Okay, good morning to all of you. Today is third lecture. So in the previous lecture, we started what is coding theory little bit. Now I gave one homework problem. So we may be done, but I'm just revising one more time. I added few more questions, small questions to that. Let's see a ternary repetition code. Ternary, you know, repetition code also you know, of length 4 over the alphabet 0, 1, 2. The question is that list the vectors which are uniquely decoded as 111 using the nearest neighbor decoding. Is the question asked. I added one more thing here. If the probability of each symbol being wrongly received is t, correctly received is 1 minus t. Means 1 sent, 1 received is 1 minus t. 0 sent, 0 received is 1 minus t. 2 sent, 2 received is 1 minus t. And each symbol is equally likely. What is the meaning? If I sent 0 sent, 1 received. Okay, and 0 sent, 2 received. Together probability is t. Okay, so what is the probability if a 0 sent, 1 received? Can somebody tell me? Okay. So together it is wrongly received is t. If I sent 0, it can be 1 or 2. There are two choices are there. Then for that the probability is t. 0 received, 0 sent, 0 received is 1 minus t. Then what is the probability that 0 sent, 1 received? I'm asking that question.
T by 2.
T by 2. Thank you. Yeah, it is t by 2, right? Easy. That is a. But now we want to find the probability E of a word being incorrectly decoded. So I'll explain this also. Now, what is PE? When t is equal to 0.05. Okay. So I hope some of you already done these questions. So, but again, we discussed last time. If C equal to code is now repetition code, that means of length 4. So 4 zeros, 4 ones, and 4 twos, right? Now this I'm not proved, but today I will prove. So that is what I wrote. Fact code with distance d can correct d minus 1 by 2 errors will be proved today. That I wrote in the below line. Okay. So now what is the distance of this code? You know distance between two vectors. Code
Or
it. So it can correct for one error. However, some words at a distance 2 can also be corrected. That's what I told you. So for example, received code decoded as which received words can be decoded as 111. Okay, they are as follows, right? So are you able to see that these 111 is 111 sent, 111 is received? We can correct. We can easily that is the this is decoded as 111 only. If 0111 comes, Why we decode it to 111 only? Somebody help me, Mehak.
Yes, sir. So if it is 0111, so the three of the is ones, so we can say that it is 111.
Yeah, the distance between 0, 1, 1 and 0, 0, 0 is 3. It will 2, 2, 2, 2 also 3. Whereas this distance between 0, 1, 1 and 1, 1, 1 is 1. So as per the nearest decoding rule, so we assume that this is actually the message sent is 1111, not 011, right? We can decode this to 1111 only, correct? So all these are fine. Okay, 211, 1011, all these things, in all these words. So these are not code words, these are word sum. And all these words are corrected to 111. What about these? So now what is the distance between 111 and this one? Now the distance is 2. But even then, why we can correct? As last time I had told that 0 to 11 also corrected as 111 because the distance between 0 to 11 and 4 zeros is 2. Sorry, in fact 3. This is 3 and here also it is 3. Whereas 111 it is 2. So we can nearest neighbor is 1111 only, right? In all these it is possible. So total how many are there? How do you count them? Right? That we need to see. So look at somebody can point out how do you count them? Total how many are there? One by one after one you go. So here all of them are 1. That is 1. Now these what is a common in these words?
Every code word has at least 2 ones.
No, here in this first.
There are 3 ones.
3 ones. Okay, in all of them have 3 ones. So how many are there? How do you count them?
So we have 2 choices for so first we consider the case where there is only one error.
No, that is okay. What we will do is that we will select 4 places are there, right? There are 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have to select out of these 4. I have to select 3 places first, right? How many ways I can select 3 places out of 4 places? 4C3 ways. What is 4C3?
4.
4. Okay. Now I choose 3 positions, right? Somehow I choose this position, and this position. I choose this. Then this position is left. That means here I kept 1, 1 and 1. Now what is that I can keep here? 0 or 2. Be fast, okay? Because the total how many will be there? 8 will be there. So let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it okay? Okay, not okay. Even here also I put like that only. Here last 3 positions I choose 1. So first position 0 or 2. Now 0 here, 2 here, right? That way I choose. Yeah. Now can you suggest for this one, last one?
So that is 4C2 into 2.
4C2 into 2. Total we have 12 are there, right? So these are all the words. So remaining we cannot, we do not know. These are the words which can be decoded to 111, right? So total how many words will be there? Not code words. Code words are already 3. Total how many words will be there? So we have 4 positions, right?
3 power 4.
3 power 4. Each one has 3 choices. We have 3 power 4 words. Total 81. Out of 81, these 1 plus 8 plus 12, 21 words. Okay. So these are mapped to 111. Similarly for 0 also, how many words can we map to 0 out of 81?
21.
Right. Again 21. So already 63 are there, but remaining we cannot distinguish. What are those? So ask these questions and you can prove those things also. Remaining, how many are there? What are those? So can you tell me one word which cannot be mapped to 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2? What are those?
0,
0,
0,
0,
1,
1,
1.
1.
0, 0, 1, 1, things like that. Okay, yeah, you are clear, right? Yeah. So distance too we cannot know, but even then some words can be corrected. That is what I want to say. Yeah, good, clear. So now we'll come to the probability point of view. Suppose 1 cent. First note that 1 being received. Okay, I already told 1 cent. Now I am not writing 1 cent, 1 received like that. Suppose 1 cent. 1 being received probability is 1 minus t. 0 or 2 being received is probability t. As you rightly pointed out, Tamya. So 0 being received or 2 being received, 1 cent is t by 2, right? As the probability of correct decoding, right? So correct decoding is of 111 is, so why this is so? You need to understand. So what is this 1 minus t power 4? Here I put 1, here I put 8, here I put 12. You know that, right? Why 1 t power 4? 1 cent, 1 received, 1 cent, 1 received, 1 cent, 1 received, 1 cent, 1 received. That is 1 minus t power 4. That is a product, right? And this one is only 1 is an error. Remaining are same. So 1 minus t power 3. So 1 cent, 0 received, or 1 cent, 2 received. That is the 2 by 1 t by 2. So is it clear, Sonali?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now I simplified, I get this. But this is what is C here. Can you say something about, can you predict what is C means? C is for the correct, receiving correct code word, means connecting to correct one, decoding correctly. But error decoding is 1 minus of this, right? So 1 minus of this is the error correcting. So PE is equal to, so I made a mistake, I put LaTeX mistake. So P is equal to 3t square approximately. Yeah, P is very small, so T cube is very much smaller, so I do not take it that. So this quantity will get. So I hope this problem is clear. Yeah. Now another question, similar problem. Let's see the binary repetition code of length 5. See, in my lectures also problems will be solved. Okay, and tomorrow completely problem solving session. So please come up fast so that I'll confine to theory later. Let's see the binary repetition code of length 5. List the vectors which are equally like decoded as now 5 ones, right? So do part 2 and 3 of the previous question for this code. That is a question. Now it is a binary repetition code. So binary, so we have length 5, 2 words will be there, 2 code words. Size of the code is 2. Now which one are decoded to 111? 11111 recorded. What is the probability? I'm putting everything at one place. Okay, 1 minus t power 5. So 0 1 1 1 5 like this. Do you know why 5 like this? One of you comment.
0 can be in one of the 5
One
places.
of the places. Yeah. So, but how many? Only one correction, one wrong received, and remaining are correct received. So 5 of them are there. So 5t into 1 minus t power 4. Now 2 of them. Now see, suddenly 3 errors are happened. We cannot, right? So 10 like this. Why 10 like this? So that is we need to choose 5 choose 2. This is 5 choose 1. Right? I have to choose one place for the round. I have to choose 2 places. Or 5C2 and 5C3 are same. Or similarly 5C1 and 5C4 are same. Anything we can think of. So correct probability is now we need to add all of them. Correct? And then we'll get something. Here also equal to 2 times k. So now this probability of error is this much. And so which one is better? Which one is giving correct probability? First question or second question? Correct probability. You forget the answer for that. Okay. This is 0.075. This is 0.00116. 007 there, 001 here. Error probability, right? So moral is what? So moral is that we get better error probability at the price of slower rate. Why slower rate means? Rate is 5 symbols here. So total how many words are there in this?
32.
32, correct. So see, now here it is 2 by 5. Are you following? Rate of the code is 2 by 5. Why 2? Oh, sorry, even 1. Sorry, sir. Okay. So see, this is actually log cardinality of C. So this is log base 2. Log base 2, the logarithm function, right? Log base 2 cardinality of M. Right, M value, but cardinality of C. So that is actually 2 words are there. So 2 power 1. So 1 by 5 is the answer. This is the rate. But earlier one is rate little better than this. Okay. One by 4 there, right? But even then, what is the advantage here? So that means that the rate is you get on the other hand, the larger alphabet used in the first case. Try to understand that also. What is the difference? Now again recall what are the basic definitions. So we have a alphabet, it is called code alphabet. Cure word means taking words from alphabet of size Q. So just I'm recalling, this is what we discussed. So a code means it is subset of a power n, right? An element in C is called code word. The number of elements is called size, and the rate of the code is log. This is what I'm telling, log mod C, cardinality of C by n, and the code of length n of size m is denoted as n comma m code, correct? Now distance of the code also we define. I'm just recalling. For a code C containing at least 2 words, the minimum distance of the code is denoted as d of C equal to minimum of distance of x comma y where x y belong to C and x not equal to y. This is called the distance of the code. Out of all the distances, minimum. A code of length n, size m, right, and the distance d is denoted as NMD code. The numbers NMD are the parameters of the code. Okay, these are few more problems, exercise problems for you. Okay, to do. Is it okay? What are the questions? Okay, I'm just reading one. So suppose code words from the this is the code. Code is 000, this set. Those are code words 000, 100, 11 are code words, correct? These are the code words. Okay. Now, for example, now this is a binary symmetric channel. Crossover probability is 0.03. Crossover probability means 0 sent 1 received or 1 sent 0 received. 0 sent 0 received is 1 minus p. Okay. So in the previous class also I solved in the 2 problems already solved. You can check them. With that you can do this. This is an exercise. Use the maximum likelihood decoding rule. Decode the following received words. So 010 is not a code word. So which one is the I need to correct? Okay, I will compute the probabilities. Okay, 0 sent, 0 received. Probability from word 010 sent, 00 received. What is the probability? You know how to compute. Similarly, 010 sent, 100 received. What is the probability? In the 3 probabilities, we will take the maximum. That is called maximum likelihood decoding rule. Is it okay? Are you able to do this, Achila?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, similarly, other questions asked. Okay. some little bit modification is here and there. So you can work out easily. It is nearest neighbor decoding rule now. Okay. Now you can do it directly here. So can we try one problem? Somebody can tell me that with nearest neighbor decoding, where this is, which code word it is mapped to?
Is already in the code.
Already code word? Yes. Which one? This one, right? Yeah. So it's already code word. So no, this is directly that. Okay. What about this? Corrected to which one?
The second word.
Second one, because here already one is there, 0 0 0. The distance between these two is 1, but remaining are little large. Correct? So done. Right? Like that. Okay. Simple questions only, not similarly here nearest neighbor decoding, but ternary code this time. So now construct IMLD these things for this. So I constructed one in the last one table I gave. Okay. I'm giving one more problem. Now one small question. Determine the number of binary codes with parameters. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? What is this n? It is a code word length. 2 is size, NMD. T is n. So for n greater than or equal to 2. For n equal to 3, can you suggest? Means you have to find C. Now you have to do the code words. So there are two code words, right? This is related to this 2. Length between them, D is equal to n. That means 3. Distance between these two is 3. Can you have? What is happening?
The distance is 3 and there are n. This
No,
thing,
no,
right?
no. There are two code words. Each of length 3. A, B, C, D, E, F.
They must be repetition codes.
Repetition code 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, simple. Okay, why I'm giving this question is that now for any n, you can have these things. Okay. Repetition code will take care. Okay, fine. So this problem completely solved. So repetition code is that. Distance is n means now, distance itself is n means now it is a repetition code only. So try to understand. Okay. Okay, now with the concept of distance, now we are I'm defining something. Now we will see how distance of the code are intimately related to error detecting and correcting capabilities. Okay, so let u be a positive integer. A code C is u error detecting if whenever code word incurs at least one, but at most u errors, the resulting code word is not a code word, correct? In that case, we'll say that it is u error detecting. If it is more than u errors done, then we cannot detect. Okay, then we'll call that code as u error detecting. So let us see. For example, in this code is one error detecting. Means one error happens, then it can detect. If two errors happen, it cannot detect. Why? Why it cannot detect if two errors happens? Is the question clear? If two errors happens, I send one of these words and two errors happen, then I cannot detect error happened. Why? Suresh? Okay. Suresh, for example, I sent 00111. Okay. two errors happened. Can I get another code word? You can choose the places you like. I'm not able to see any response from you. Any one of you, help me.
Sir, if the first two places of the second code word it becomes the third code word. So we don't.
See why? So simple thing, right? 0, 0, change it to 1, 1. Two errors are happened. Then so now once two errors happen, then it becomes third code word. So in the entire thing, so that I cannot detect. So it is not a two error detecting. It is only one error detecting. One error happens and not a problem. Okay. So okay, what is that I wrote here is 0, 0, 0. This mapped to this one. In order to go for this one, needs to change 3 bits. This to this needs 5 bits. I need to change. But this one to this needs 2 bits only. So there are 2 bits are required to change from here to here. So that means that I can detect only one error happened. I can detect. I hope it is clear to you, even though you are not responding much. Okay, in fact, C is exactly one error correcting. Changing the first two positions of this, I wrote that part also. Okay. Now here it is told two error detecting. Why? Can you see and tell me now? One of you fast. Very simple code. So this to this, how many, what is the distance between these two? 3. Distance between these two is 6. Distance between these two is again 6. So for example, 3 errors happen, there is a possibility second becomes third, or second becomes first. But if it is so, 2 errors are happened, then I don't get one code word to another code word. So I hope it is clear. Is it okay, Suresh? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now correcting, now not detecting, now correcting. So v is a positive integer. A code is new error correcting. If minimum distance of the code able to correct fewer newer errors. Okay. So let us see one example here. For example, so here you see that the 2 errors can be detected here, but only one error only corrected. Why? So if I sent 0, 0, 0, only one error occurs in the transmission, then the received word can be 100 or 010 or 001. So of course, but we need to do one rule. So I am telling minimum distance decoding rule. Okay, our nearest decoding rule. With that, we can easily decode it to 000. That means I'm able to correct one error. But you cannot correct 2 errors, right? 2 errors happens. Then what happens? That is nearest to 111. So I made a mistake. Right? So that is the thing. Okay. I will explain this problem again. So this is one error correcting, right? So are you clear with one error correcting? Okay. So this is the theorem. So proof is very simply. So if C is a U error correcting, if and only if the distance of the C is greater than or equal to U plus 1, right? In particular, if you do not U and all, if the distance of the code is D, then it is D minus 1 error correcting, error detecting code. If the distance of the code is D, then it is exactly D minus 1, exactly D minus 1. It cannot correct D minus 1 or less also it can detect, but it cannot detect more than D errors. The theorem statement is okay, Rutuja?
Yes, sir.
how many errors it can correct now? That is the next one. It is d minus 1 by 2. Okay, why that is happening? So for example, you have two code words, right? So I have two code words. So this is one code word, this is another code word. Now distance between them is d, right? I'm telling it can be d or more also. So distance of the code is out of all the minimum, right? So it can be d or more, that we know. But if I take a circle of d minus 1, if I take, then it will not touch, right? Similarly here d minus 1. Now I'll construct another circle of d minus 1 by 2 radius. Here also d minus 1 by 2. What happens if I take d minus 1 by 2 circles around each code word? Can somebody help me? Are you following? If I take d minus 1 by 2 distance with the center as code word, then what happens?
There is only one code word in that ball.
In that circle, right? Yeah. That is the thing. So now if any code word goes inside that circle, I correct it to that. That is what I showed in the first lecture. One diagram I showed. Okay. The proof is simple. I'm not reading the proof now. Okay. You can try it. If not, let me know. Please let me know next class. So this is an exercise to understand the proof. Okay. So I already given pictures and everything. It is not complicated. It is a mere reading only. If not, if time permits, I'll come back even today also. So is it okay or not okay? Are you able to do?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thanks. See, if I start reading, you'll get bored. Nothing is there. Whatever I'm mentioning, that is in the written only. Okay. So, for example, one simple thing I'll tell you: d of c is greater than or equal to u plus 1, right? So then what happens? Okay. So if, for example, c is a word, I gave distance is greater than or equal to u plus 1. Now there is I took c and there is a x such that d of c comma x is less than or equal to u. This is strictly less than the distance. So hence clearly x does not belong to c and c is your error detecting. Like that only it is there, nothing. Okay. And the converse also written. Now coming to the another interesting thing, this is useful to us. For example, I took a finite field. I took 2 to 3 lectures on finite fields later. Then only you will realize that why I'm teaching finite fields. I start with finite fields. Last time I done like that, but this time I do in the middle, so that some deviation also comes to this regular teaching. Okay. So we have two code words: scalar product or dot product. You know, correct? Euclidean angular product. You know that part. Now two vectors are orthogonal. Also, you know, dot product equal to 0. Now. So let S be any non-empty subset of Fq power n, any non-empty set. Now orthogonal complement also, you know, denoted as perp. Okay, it is all words such that v dot s equal to 0 for all s in S. For all s in S, correct? So if S is empty, then S perp, we define it like that. Okay, this question is for non-empty. In the definition itself, I took S is non-empty. But still some people always say that what happens to empty and all. So we define it as like this. Okay. So forget about empty. Huh? Do not ask. Okay. Somebody can help me that this S perp is a vector space, subspace.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I hope all of you are able to prove that. I'll give a few seconds. Can you try it? So you already know that Fq power n is a vector space. So to show something is subspace, what is that we need to ask? We need to ask three questions. Okay. W is subspace of vector space V. We need to ask three questions. First question is that is non-empty. But non-empty generally will replace with 0 vector belong to that or not. Because subspace has to contain 0 vector. So 0 is there or not. What is the second question you need to ask? If two vectors are there, the sum is also there. What is the third one we need to ask? Vector is there, then scalar multiple is there, right? What do you mean by checking it is a subspace? Means we need to ask these questions to yourself. Is it zero vector belong to this? Is a zero vector is perpendicular to each and every vector, orthogonal to each and every vector in S? Yes, right? Next, if two vectors are in S-perp, that means they are orthogonal to each and every vector in S. Is there sum also? And the vector is in S-perp, scalar multiple. So how many of you find with it? Sonali, are you fine? Only one? Yeah, tick yes if you are fine with it. Proof. Tick yes. Only two people. So Amya already told, so Amya no need to put. But he already put. But what about Mehak? Tutuja, Sonali, Suresh? Are you not clear that it is subspace? Yes. Yeah. Tutuja, Sonali?
Yes, sir, I'm clear.
Yeah, fine. Sonali is not here. Okay, it is a subspace. So it is independent of whether S is subspace or not, but S-perp is subspace. Okay, that is important. Are you clear? S is a subspace or not, but S-perp is a subspace. Okay, now fine. All of you are done almost. I'm clearing feedback now. See, out of 12 students, only 6 are here today. Very difficult here. So let S be a non-empty subset of FQ power n, then we show that S-perp is a subspace. So that is one question, you already done it. Now, can you, now another definition you already know, Q equal to 2 and n equal to 4. So just I took, I'm not saying that it is subspace. Is it S is subspace? Second question. Is S a subspace? No, right? Because it does not contain zero vector. But what is the subspace generated by S, right? So that is all linear combinations I have to take, correct? It is a linear span. Okay, I'm denoting it like this. So some people also denote L of S, right? Okay. So these are the vectors. Why it is like this? I'm asking, is linear span of S equal to this? Is it correct? Question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The reason is that in the here you no need to check scalar multiplication. Why? Scalar multiplication only 0 or 1 is there. So no need to worry about that. So take these two vectors as it is and then add them. Okay, and add 0 vector also. That takes care. Okay, it's a smaller subspace content. Is S is linearly independent? This one.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah. So is S-perp is this for this one? What are the vectors which are perpendicular to this? Correct? Are you sure that it is the is it the S-perp? That is the question. So
Yes,
is
sir.
0, 1, 0 is perpendicular to all of them. It's orthogonal to all of them. That we need to check. So third position पे 1 है. There is no third position पे 1 है, right? And first position पे 1 here. All the first positions are 0 here. First and third, so right. So is these three are linearly independent?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then why we are not? So for example, if we add 0, 0, also how it comes actually, we add this vector to itself, right? So that is another thing. If you see F2 is a subspace, vector space. So, but F2 power Q is a vector space, but characteristic is 2. That means additive element, order of every element with respect to addition is 2, right? So that means that if you add it to itself, that is a Boolean ring, right? Boolean, right? So then it becomes 0. Okay. So that's what this basis also you can easily figure out. Now I'm not going to waste your time. Now the other concept is coming. This is a linear code. A linear code C of length n over fq is a subspace of fq power n. Okay. Any questions? Okay. So a linear code of, in particular, a linear, this is just I wrote now onwards to remember, but more specific definition is a linear code of dimension k and length n over f is a k-dimensional subspace of f power n. Such a code is called nk code. Now closed brackets we are putting. So if the minimum distance of the code is d, then the code is called nkd code. So if f is fq, then so you see when f is fq, right? Then you know that fq contains q elements, right? Then dimension of the code is k. Then how many? What is the size of c? Q power k, right? So we can also write, earlier we are writing NMD, and now M value is Q power k, correct? So this is used. So now k is not the size of the code now. Are you following? Earlier it is the size of the code in open brackets. So that is what to make a small caution here. Huh? Okay. So dual code now. Dual code of a linear code C is CPerf. That is CPerf equal to, so all words, all the vectors in fq power n, which are orthogonal to all code words. CPerf is that. Okay, it is actually orthogonal complement of C. Yeah, check this one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. So go through and let me know any doubts or anything, any questions in the definition only. Is the definition clear? Okay. So are you try these questions? Dimension of C plus dimension of CPerf equal to n. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then if it is, then we need to prove also. Okay, and C, so you already know that CPerf itself is a subspace. So that is also linear code. So CPerf is also linear code. Now again, for that linear code, again I can do perf, right? That is C. So we need to prove these two things. To show second thing, what is that we need to do? So we need to show that CPerf is subset of C and C is subset of this, right? Okay. So somebody tell me that parity check matrix, you remember? Parity check matrix. So can somebody connect the parity check matrix with CPerf? Are you able to connect? Okay. Okay, we'll come back to these things. Are you getting any idea how to proceed? I asked you to prove, but
We can prove that the FQN is the direct sum of C and CPerf.
okay.
So
Direct.
because it is a direct sum, then of course the sum of dimensions will be n.
Yeah, correct. Yes. Yeah, you need to show a very good way. So FQ power n is a direct sum of C and CPerf. Yeah, correct. So that means that every code, every word can be written as sum of a word from C and sum of word from C per, and direct sum, so C intersection C per. But there is a chance that sometimes C in the direct sum unique way, unique way, right? But be careful about that. Means, is it true that is it not true that C equal to C per?
No, sir.
You are saying that C cannot be equal to C per at any point of time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but be careful. We'll see that. Okay, we'll come back. Okay. But yeah, so these questions are given, but proof is not done. Okay, we'll come back. Okay. So try that. So some exercises I had to give, to motivate you, and remaining time next Thursday or Sunday, Saturday, Friday, तो थोड़ा सा काम करना है ना. Just not revising the notes. You need to go through certain unsolved problems also. Okay. So check which of the following are linear codes and dual codes of the linear codes. So is it a linear code? First one. Linear code means it is subspace of FQ power. Suppose that there are n are there, okay, here. 1, 2, 3, suppose n are there. So clearly C is subset of FQ power n, correct? But is it a subspace?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So somebody help me that my Q is equal to 3, and FQ is equal to 0, 1, 2 alphabet, right? Now for this example, what is C? Lambda, 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 right? So that means it is. So in fact, I am not writing like brackets. But okay, so now I'll write that way. So 0, 0, 0, right? So n times, right? And then 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 n times. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 n times. Is it a subspace? Okay, what is a k value? K is dimension of this subspace, right? What is k
One.
value?
1.
1. Okay, it is a one-dimensional subspace because this is the basis for that, right? So I'll multiply 0, 1, and 2. I'll get this, right? I'll add these two. I'll get again 0 vector. Right? Yeah, it is clear that I explained through a ternary code. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the dimension is this, and what are the parameters of this code? How do you write now? Since it is linear code, I have to write like parameters, right? So suppose the length is n, so I'm writing n for you. Now k value is 1, right? What is the distance? Distance of the code.
N.
N only. Yeah. In distance between any two is n here. It is fixed here, right? So that's why it is n. Okay. Ask those questions. Okay. Even though I am not asking here. Every time I cannot ask, no? I should not bore you. But you ask in your mind and complete. Better. Keep things will become easy. Okay. I'm erasing this. In the video only it is available. Okay. Now is it a linear code? Question number 1, is it a linear code?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is a linear code. So what is the dimension? And it is subspace of which space? These things I need. Subspace of
F23.
F2. It is a vector space. Base field is F2. Okay, so that tells you that this first value 3 here. That is the reason I asked. N is related to, it is subspace of which space? N-dimensional subspace. Yeah, so dimension of this space is what is that?
2.
2, because these two are linearly independent. If I add these two, I'll get this. So this is 2, right? See, the interesting thing is that if it is dimension is 2, then it has 4 vectors, right? Okay. What is the distance? Distance of the code. B. Yeah, someone has to tell, not Amiya or Achila. Now, can someone tell me what is the distance here? Rutuja? See, you need to respond. No? See, what is the distance between these two?
1.
1. No, sufficient. Can you have a distance less than 1? No. See, I do not care about distance between these two is 2. I do not worry about. Distance of the code is the minimum of all the distances. So it is 1. Then, right? Why you are not telling? Yeah? Okay. Now can you, so I will ask, so take some time, then I will ask Suresh, okay? All of them he has to respond to me. What is the n value, k value, as well as d value in this? Okay. First of all, check whether it is subspace or not. If it is subspace, then what is n, what is k, what is d later?
Yes, sir.
How do you know it is subspace?
So, sir,
It is not that trivial. So I myself will take time. You are telling it is subspace, okay? So Achila, what do you say it is subspace?
So I'm still looking at it.
Yeah. Okay, so see, you take any non-zero vector, right? That becomes a one of the basis vector, linearly independent. So you can choose. Okay, first of all, how many elements are there in this set? So look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it is 3 square, right? So how many vectors I require to span this? See, 2, 2, 0, 0 can come from 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, right? So can I get 0, 0, 1 from these two? No, right? So for example, let us see. I take this one and this one as basis vectors. Can I get all of them? Think of that.
Yes, sir.
So if I multiply it by 2, I'll get this. If I, so this I got now. These are already got because I choose them. So this also I get by multiplying it by 2. So how do you get this one?
Add the basis vectors.
Adding these two, so I get this. How do you get this one?
First basis vector plus 2 into the second basis vector.
That is one way. Yeah. Otherwise, this one and this one also I can add, right? Yeah. So anyhow, both are fine. That is exactly the way we get it. Yeah, that's all. This is done. What about this? Right? We get this, we get this. All of them we are getting. Now I do not want to waste your time. So with these two, I'm getting everything. So 9 vectors are there. So it is a vector space, subspace. Suresh, now tell me the dimensions. NKT.
so sir, it is a subset of F3 4. So n is 4, q is 3, and distance is minimum distance
K
1.
is K value.
K is
K is the dimension of this space. That means dimension is the number of basis vectors. How many basis vectors are there? Forget. There are 2 basis vectors, right?
yes, sir. 2.
We're getting everything. So it is a So see, one more thing is that your FQ, it is a ternary. So already its cardinality equal to 3, right? So every subspace, see, so subspace is either f2 power 2 or f2 power 3, things like this, right? F2, fq power 4 like that. So then it is 3 square, right? So dimension is 2. So dimension is 2 or 9 vectors, 3 square, 3 power k. Yeah, so 2. Yeah. Next, what is the distance?
1.
Why distance 1 you are saying?
Distance between 0, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 0, 1 is 1.
Yeah. So already there are 2 vectors, so distance is 1. This is 4 to 1 code. So if it is a 4 to 1 code, distance is 1. Can you detect any error occurs in this code? Suresh,
What, sir?
can you detect, for example, some error occurred? I send one code word from this and one error occurred. Can you detect the error?
Yes, sir.
You cannot detect, right?
No, sir.
Why we cannot detect? That's the reason. See, you sent 001 and 0 replace it to 1. Then I cannot detect. I thought that, okay, he sent 001 only, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the, between you and me, these are the code words, right? So I sent 000. Okay, you get 001. So you think that, okay, sir sent 001 only to me, right? It is not, I'm not getting different one. Correct? If
Yes, sir.
if I get 2 errors are happened, sometimes you can get it, but one error we cannot. So it is not, it is even cannot detect single error also. This code is not much use. Okay, like that ask questions. Okay, yeah. What about this? So I'll discuss with Sonali now. So take time and tell me, is it a linear code or not? And all the parameters. It is very easy question I asking you, Sonali. Very, very simple question. Yes. Is it a linear code? Is it a subspace? How many vectors are there? I think Sonali is not here, so I will go to Rutuja. Tell me little,
F23.
tell me little loudly.
F23.
F23. Yeah, in fact, is entire F23, correct? There are 8 vectors are there. It is entire F23.
Hello.
Yeah, it is clear. It is entire F23, correct? Yeah, it is a subspace.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is subspace and it is entire. So what is the dimensions now parameters? Can you suggest me? Length is 3. What are the base?
3.
So this is a basis vector. This is a basis vector. This is a basis vector, right? So dimension is also 3. What is the distance? 1.
1.
All of them are there. See, all the code words are there. All the words are there. Sorry. This entire FQ power 3. So there is no use of it. This, okay. Okay. So just I will take small break for you to again observe remaining things. I will. Okay, so the code in which C is equal to C perf. So this may happen. So as we observed that if we take code 0011, you can easily check that C perf is also 0011. Okay, this is called self-dual code. Okay, it's called self-dual, right? You can check that the parity check matrix for C becomes the generator matrix. So I'll define in a while. So then in your linear algebra course, some questions may be there. It is a linear transformation. So ask you to find range space and null space, right? There are some linear transformations in which range space equal to the null space, right? So let us see one problem, linear algebra problem, right? So that happens sometimes, right? So for example, I take a linear transformation. I also do not recall whether what I'm giving. R square to R square. Okay, so okay, so I'll take this. So P of x comma y is mapped to right. Okay, whatever. So what happens if I multiply this to itself? What is the answer I get? This into this 0, this into this 0 vector, this into this again 0 vector, this into this 0 vector, right? Okay, fine. What is the range space of this? What is the null space of this, right? Okay, otherwise you can think of this matrix itself. Okay, where all vectors will go, right? If I take x, y, right, where they are mapping, x plus y minus of x plus y, correct? So it is actually what?
Span of 1 comma minus
1 comma minus 1, correct? Span of 1 comma minus 1. It is some z times, right? Z belongs to R, correct? So sorry, this is collection of R. Okay, so yeah, not right properly. I hope you understand. I'm asking for range of T. So this is one dimensional. Okay. What is the null space of this one? What are the vectors which are perpendicular to this side? That means now which are going to 0, right? Where they are going to 0. Okay. Let
x
us
equal
work
to
so xy equal to 0, 0. So xy is equal to 0, 0. It is equal to 0, 0. That means that x plus y is equal to 0. That means x is equal to minus y, right? So how do you write now all the vectors xy such that x plus y is equal to 0, right? So that is same as that
span of 1 minus 1.
1 minus 1 only. So it is the same, right? The range space equal to null space. That happens, right? Yeah, but so think of now. I'm not asking you to tell the answer. So for example, I have a linear transformation from t power n to t power n again, right? And I'm telling that the null space equal to the range space, no? The null space equal to the range space. Then for what values of n that happens, that will help you in future here in this course also. Okay, you don't need to tell the answer. So I'm telling that this t range space equal to null space, right? We have rank nullity theorem that may help you, right? You remember rank nullity theorem?
Yes, sir.
That will help you to say something about n. Huh? Right. Yeah. So I'll ask many questions in the next class also. Right. So this course is not tough course, okay? It is all elementary things only, recalling your linear span, linear algebra. That too only elementary level only. Yeah. Now I'm defining new concept that is called Hamming weight. Okay. Hamming weight is defined as for any arbitrary possibly nonlinear code, computing the minimum distance would be required d of ub for every pair of words. You remember last time I asked, Amya answered that question. If the size of the code is m, so in order to find the distance of the code, how many comparisons I had to make, right? You remember that, right? We told MC2, m into m minus 1 by 2. So the size is very large, then that many comparisons I cannot make. That is very difficult to find that. But distance of the code is very important parameter. Why? Distance will tell you that how many I can detect, how many I can correct. Okay. So because of that, I need to know the distance. So is there any mechanism? That's why some another concept came, that is called Hamming weight. Weight of a code. It is like a norm. Okay, distance के बाद norm आएगा ना. So that is the only thing, nothing. Okay. So what is how we defined? Hamming weight of a vector u is the number of non-zero places in u. That much only. Number of non-zero places. That is same as the distance between u comma 0. But only one thing is that now weight is a map from fq power n to n union 0. Why I wrote n union 0? Somebody can help me. Natural numbers I'm considering as 1, 2, and so on, right? Why I wrote n union 0? Rutuja?
Sir,
Hmm.
can you repeat the question?
The question is that I wrote weight is a map from fq power n to n union 0, right? Why I told 0 also? Why I put included 0 as well? That means you are not here. You are not understanding what is Hamming weight. Yeah, Sonali, can you tell me? Okay. Mehak,
Yes, sir.
why I put 0 also? Okay, what is Hamming weight? How we defined? Number of non-zero places in U.
Yes, sir.
What is the weight of this vector? I'll tell you here. What is weight of 0, 0, 1?
1.
1. Because number of non-zero places is 1. That is the weight. What is the distance between 0, 0, 1 and 0, 0, 0, 1 and 0, 0, 0? Also 1.
1.
That is the same thing, right? So weight is number of non-zero elements. Okay, what is the weight of 0, 1, 2?
2.
2, right? Yeah. So that is a weight. Okay, weight is a map from, I take any fq power n and I'll give a number to it, right? Natural number or even 0. Why I put 0? That is the question. Why you are facing difficulty? Because 0 vector is there. What is the weight of 0 vector?
0.
0. So that to include 0 vector also, I put that one, nothing. Okay. Yeah, fine. So now recall that D is a map. So see, distance is a map from fq power n to fq power n, but again distance is also greater than or equal to 0, right? And in fact, we proved that it is not n. In fact, we proved that it is 0 less than or equal to. So distance is greater than or equal to 0 and less than n also, right? But I put the natural numbers here also. We can restrict it. No need to go to up to. So maximum weight can be n only when you go to fq power n, right? So in fact, I can reduce this n to 1 to up to n only. Or I can in fact write that this is equal to 0, 1 to n. Huh? Yeah, right. You understand that? Yeah. So see, so this is very important theorem actually. Proof is again very simple, right? So distance of the code is now equal to the minimum weight. That is the thing. So how do you prove it? Now I'm not showing that result now. I hope you understand. So C is a linear code. C is a linear code. Okay. What is the question? Distance of the code is equal to minimum of weight. weight of u, where u is varying from C. Is the question clear? Distance of the code is out of all the distances minimum. But instead of evaluating the distance of the code, I'll only compute the weights now. But weights of all the words, right? And in fact, 0 word also I cannot compute, no need to compute, right? So, but if I able to prove this one, after this result, the advantage is that n into n minus 1 by 2 number, and here only I'm computing for n only. That is very, very reduced, but we can have more advantages later. Huh? So I hope it is clear, but how do you prove this? What is the idea? Yeah, somebody can hint something, can predict why this is happening. Okay, so can somebody relate distance of xy is same as weight of some vector? Can you tell me that?
X minus y.
X minus, right? If I subtract these two, right? And so if I subtract these two, right? So, but what is the weight of x minus y? By definition, it is p of x minus y comma 0, right? So now is it these two are equal? Is it equal to d of x minus x comma y? Is it this is true, then we are done. Okay. See, distance of x comma y is that how many places they are different. For that, I am first taking the difference, okay, and looking the distance between them. So how many places they differ between with 0? It is very, very straightforward, right? That is the thing. So Achila, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
But why linear code is required? If you tell, then it is done. Achila, why linear code? Where we are using linear code in this entire proof? Yeah, Achila. Okay, Amir.
We need to make sure that x minus y lies in C.
See, x minus y is also a code word. This is code word when C is a linear code. Any linear combination of two code words, again a code word. So weights are I am computing only for the code words. Okay. So distance of x minus x comma y is same as distance of x minus y comma 0, but 0 is also a code word. X minus y is also code word. So distance between two code words is now I'm converting into only distance from 0. So that is same as weight. These are the all the connections. Now is it okay? Sorry. Actually,
Yes, sir. Yes.
yeah. So that is where we are using the linear code. Okay, I'm erasing this. Okay, because some of the things better not revealed. Okay, you need to remember these for a long time. Yeah? Everything should not be there with you. Huh? Okay, so that is what I wrote here also, the proof I gave here. C is a linear code, D of C is equal to the smallest Hamming weight. That is what. So this weight of u equal to D of u comma 0, distance between two code words. So first of all, weight of u is greater than or equal to D of C. Why? Because D of C is the smallest weight. Weight is also a distance. Right, from that we'll get that. We need to prove the reverse direction. So reverse direction also I wrote very easy. So that is what I wrote. Distance of v comma w is same as weight of v minus w. Okay, here itself I write that part also. Okay, no, that is okay. So this is what I wrote, right? If C is a linear code, then entire purpose of this proof, okay, is lies here. This green color. If C is a linear code, then the distance of x comma y is equal to distance of x minus y comma 0. That is weight of x minus y. Right. So now you see the beauty. The linear code pe, instead of finding distances, you will only confine to weights. Okay. So what is the weights of one question I'm asking? See, one question I'm asking you, right? So C is a repetition code. I'll remove this again, okay? Simple questions. So C is a repetition code on FQ, okay, of length n, right? Then, okay, now can you, so see, one more thing I forgot to, one point here. See, very interesting, important is this part. You will see this. Non-zero is important. Otherwise, weight of zero vector is always zero, right? Minimum I'm taking, I have to take the minimum from the non-zero code words. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to mention this, very important. Yeah. Okay. So now can you tell me that if it is a repetition code, what is the distance of the code? You already know the answer, right? It is equal to n, right? Now can you tell me weights of all the words in this code? Non-zero code words.
N.
N for every, right? So everyone is n only. Okay, weights are n, right? So sometimes when you have a code, okay, when you have a code, then there is a generator polynomial. People call weight generator polynomial. Okay, that is actually they write like this. For C, I can associate a polynomial. Okay, what is a polynomial? Weight generator polynomial. That is, so AI denote the number of code words of weight I, number. Okay, and some x power I. That is actually weight of yeah. So yeah, W I is better. Are you following what I'm saying? And I do summation. Summation I goes from where to where? Suppose C is a linear code, right? I have a, how many vectors are there weight 0 with weight 0?
Only one.
Only one. Huh? So I equal to 0 to, I can go up to n. Weight can be n also. Okay, I can go to up to n. So AI is what? AI is the number of code words or number of elements in C, number of code words. I'll define it again. Okay, don't worry. Number of code words. So I'm repeating every time because so many times because you people are not responding. Okay. Otherwise, we'll complete more and we'll complete more syllabus and we'll go to the more new interesting areas of coding theory. In future, coding theory is a very big area, nice area to do research. Why? It has intersection with communication theory. It has intersection with information theory, right? Now coding theory is also used in cryptography, many places. So day-to-day life applications are more storing, and I told you already. So because of that, we can discuss more if you respond a little quickly. Okay, but remember now, A is a number of code words of length, weight I. Code words of weight I. Okay, then I have this. Okay, for example, so you remember Sonali told for one code, last example she done, right? Can somebody help me that what is the weight generator polynomial for that? How far you are here? We'll see. Sonali done one problem today. She proved that is a generator, that is a linear code, right? What is generator polynomial for that? Okay, I will ask you questions. Okay, what is the length of that code? Sonali done the last question in that. You remember? What is the length of the code for that? N is equal to 3, right? So how many code words are there of length 1? Only 1, right? 1 into x power 0. How many code words are there of length 1? Weight 1, sorry, weight 1.
3.
We'll say sometimes I'll say length, okay? Don't, yeah, 3, right? 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. All of them have weight 1. So that is 3 times x. Okay. So how many vectors are there of weight 2?
3.
3 again, right? 3 x square. How many are there of weight 3?
1.
1. You see something related to Pascal triangular?
1 plus x whole cube.
See the beauty, it comes in combinatorics. Many areas will come. If I substitute 1 here, what I'll get in this polynomial?
Number of code words.
But here we will get number of code words. Even, yeah. So that is even true for any C, right? You understand the beauty? Yeah. This one polynomial will give lot of information. Okay, later you see. I'll ask questions later, but just I'm telling today, and I have to repeat again because there are half of the students are not here, right? Are they revised? No, they will not revise. They will ask you tomorrow or today, what is that sharp covered? They will not ask. Are they watch video? They will not. Only thing they want is that do not put offline exam, put online exam, right? The only requirement is that. Sorry, huh? So just my pain, what is that we are feeling, I'm telling that, okay. I'll give some examples with and stop it, okay. These are all well known, but these pictures will help you to understand more and more. Yeah, good, okay. See, so now I'm telling everything in terms of weights. Still you do not understand weights, now you can understand, okay. So this, these are the received words, okay. These are the received words. What are the weights of these received words? 1. Okay, you see that. Just now we discussed also. All these have weight 1. So then, so for example, my code is 0000111, right? My code is repetition code. Okay. So where I'll map. So I told 3-bit repetition for this 3-bit repetition code. Okay, 3-bit repetition code. So where I map these, right? I'll map all of these to 0, 0, 0. So weight 1 and weight 0. And these vectors where I map to this one. So is it all vectors are taken care? No? Are you following, please?
Yes, sir.
So here I'm able to correct all the codes. If one error happened, can I correct it correctly?
Yes,
Are
sir.
you following? Are you following? See, my code words are 0000111 only. So this I'm telling many times, right? This diagram, and so in the first class also I told, right? This diagram, right? All are linked, okay? Yeah, okay. So what is it I want to say? So my repetition, my code is a repetition code. Then if one error occurs, repetition code of length 3, then one error occurs, I can correct it also, correct it. So no error, then 000 sent, then I'll get 000 only. Only one error happened, then I'll correct it to this, right? I sent 111, one error occurred, then these are the things. I'll correct it to that. So I'll map here. So maximum likelihood or nearest neighbor likelihood detect everything, but only one error occurs. What happens if 2 error occurs? 000 I sent, but I get 110. Then I wrongly attach to 111, but right. So I can detect error, but I cannot correct. Okay. Now I am going to 4 now to make it clear. Okay, to understand whatever I am covering, to make it clear. Now I am taking 4 repetition code with the 4 length n. Now 1 error occurred, then I can easily map. 3 errors occurred, weights 3, sorry, not again 1 error only, but 111. So weight equal to 3, then I will decode them to 111, right? But weight is 2, where I have to map them. There is a question mark. So that's why d minus 1 by 2, d equal to 4. Distance between these two code words. Code words are circled, right? Whatever I'm conveying, I'm showing with the picture. Is it okay, Acha? Is it everything clear till now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you understand that why d minus 1 by 2 is required? Yeah, so you can read this. I'm not going to read, okay? So I'm leaving it to you. Please go through the lecture notes, okay? Yeah, right. Okay, now I'm coming to few advantages of linear codes. General code means it is just simply a subset. There is no structure. But I came to know it is a linear code, then what I can do. Okay, I'm just reading few things. So first thing is that the linear code is a vector space. So it can be described usually only by completely using basis, right? That is what I done today also. Are you fine? Right? So basis will help you to describe entire thing. So size can be specified very easily. That logarithm, log base m, you can be easily do, right? Only k I take. So that is one point. Second point is the distance of the linear code is equal to the smallest weight of the non-zero code words. So distance now calculation becomes easy if it is a linear code. Encoding and decoding procedures for linear code are faster and simpler than for arbitrary non-linear codes. That we will see. We don't know. This is we need to see in future, right? And but why this is useful? So for example, now I need to explain you first one why it is useful, right? I will tell you now. Okay, I'm going to give you the reasons why. Only basis will, with basis, how do you get all the vectors and how do you get the entire code? Okay, you know that it is a linear combination, but how do you get it? Okay, yeah, so that is what I am going to do. But one point I want to tell you that for general code also includes linear codes. For general code, many things are tough. Even for linear code, it is tough. There are still NP problems even for linear codes. So in the course, most of the cases we confine to linear codes. Now coming back, the fundamental problems of constructing codes, okay? In particular linear codes. Given k and n, d is the maximized, d should be maximized in order to achieve higher error correction. So I'm telling just what are the fundamental problems. Now you know what is k, what is n, what is d. So right. So now it is the right time to discuss what are the problems, what is the goals. Right? Given d, so it is like given k and n, d should be maximized, right? If distance is maximized, what is the advantage? You know that. I can detect many errors. I can correct also, right? If d and k are given, n should be minimized. Why n should be minimized? So the information bits are k only, right? K bits only information bits. I'm adding some extra bits. That is redundancy. That will relate it to the rate of the code k by n. So I do not. My rate of the code should be maximized. That should be maximized means n should be minimized. And other thing is that I gave n and d distance also given. Now k has to be maximized, right? So these are some of the problems. So now I am telling that question. Knowing a basis of a linear code enables us to describe its code words explicitly. In coding theory, a basis of a linear code is often expressed in terms of a matrix called generator matrix. I already used it earlier, called as G. So how it is? So while matrix represents the basis of a dual code, is called parity check matrix. See, I told parity check matrix also earlier, but that is told as in a different way. So see, parity check matrix is what? So given code word, code is a range of a generator matrix or the null space of the parity check matrix. You remember that what? That is same as actually parity check matrix is the generator matrix for the dual code. Yeah, so these are beautiful parts. These matrices play an important role in the coding. Okay. So the encoding problem is that embedding the small vector space f q power k into large vector space f q power k n. A vector m is called message word. Its image u is in C is called a code word, right? Message is in m. Every element in f q power k is a message, right? So encoding function will take the sum to code word f q power n. Actually, we are putting f q power k. We are taking a 1 function which takes f q power k to it takes it to f q power n. Okay. Yeah. To construct nk code, we have to construct k-dimensional subspace of f q power n. The easy way to do this: choose k linearly independent vectors and take their span. This can be done by choosing a k-crossing generator matrix of rank k with entries from fq. The set of vectors. Now the code is exactly code word is vg. V runs over all the vectors in fq power k. These I discussed earlier, and I will explain one more time to you. This gives the subspace. Okay. In other words, every code word is uniquely expressed as linear combination of words, combination of rows of G. So G is a matrix now. G is a matrix which generator matrix which takes from fq power k to fq power n. But only thing is that I am multiplying this side. Okay, remember that. Okay, now I'll explain here what we are doing now. Okay. But these things I'll repeat again next class because some of you are not revising. Okay. Right. So look at here. So this is my space f2. I'm embedding into f2 power 3. How I embedded? Where I mapped, can you look at here? Can you tell me? This is a table. So can you see that here to here? What is a map? What is the first domain and codomain? Please.
We can like send 0 to 0, 0, 0.
No. Okay, that's fine. Maya, you are telling me a little ahead. I am asking what is the domain and codomain? That's tell me that.
Okay, so domain is f2 and codomain is f23.
F23. Okay. What is a map now?
So f of x is equal to xxx.
Very good. XXX or something? No.
X comma x comma x.
No. What is one map to?
1, 1, 1.
But I'm not mapped like this here. You see that 0 map to 0, 0, 0, 1 map to 0, 1, 0.
Okay.
Can somebody help me? What is a map? What is the basis here? For F2 के लिए, what is the basis? What is the basis for F2? So you are facing problems. What I can do? F2 is a vector space. It has only 2 elements. So it is a basis of dimension 1, right? 1 is the basis. Okay. It is sufficient to map 1, right? Where 1 map to already 0, 1, 0. Right? This is a map. Okay. Now, what is a linear transformation? So, what is my generator matrix here? 1 only. Right? But so generator matrix is 1 where 1 map to, that is what I have to. Okay, 1 map to 0, 0, 1, 0. This is my generator matrix. The size of this matrix is 1 cross 3. Right? Now I multiply 0 here, this map to 0, 0, 0. Multiply 1, I'll map it to 0, 1, 0. Correct? So this is my generator matrix. Are you clear? Sorry, you are not responding.
Yes, sir.
It is clear, right? Okay. So now what is the distance now here?
1.
1. Okay. Between these two distance is 1. See, try to understand. My k is equal to 1. Dimension of the, so k, now onwards k is the dimension of the domain. N equal to the dimension of the codomain. N equal to 3 here in all these problems. Okay. Now which one is changing? So try to understand. Okay. I told one problem. I am now doing that. Here also k equal to 1, d equal n equal to 3. Now there is a little change now. Now here also my k equal to 1 and n equal to 3. But what is now 1 mapped to 0, 1, 1. 0, 1, 1. Correct? 0, 1, 1. Okay, that means generator matrix is 0, 1, 1. So I multiply 0, I'll get 0, 0, 0. I'll get 1, I'll get 1, 1. 0, 1, 1. Now what is the distance now between those two code words now? These are code words. These are code words in this particular problem. Okay, this is the generator matrix. Right now distance become 2 now suddenly. Right, distance is increased, but k and n are fixed. Can I improve further? Yes. What is that? I'll take now 1 map to 1, 1. So I hope this example will help you to understand that with the same k and n also, the basis vectors. So the problem lies in the choosing the basis vectors. The basis vector which we choose is changing the entire thing. Choosing the subspace, I had to choose subspace in f2 power 3. See, 0, 0, 0, you take any non-zero vector, with 0 vector it becomes a z2, right? f2. It is the order of every element in f2 is 2, additive order, correct? So you know that in group theory also, you take any element of order to identity, that element becomes a subgroup. So I told you earlier also in binary, subspaces are nothing but subgroups. Subgroups comes from elements of order 2. Okay, now, so there are 3 subspaces. There are many subspaces, but one subspace gives the distance 1, the subspace gives distance 2, this subspace is giving distance 3. So which subspace I had to select? So in the coding theory point of view, this is better for me. Why? If I choose this one, I not only detect this one cannot do anything. But second one, at least what it can do, it can detect one error, but it cannot correct. Third one, it can detect 2 errors, it can correct 1 error. So the way I choose the generator matrix will change. So even though example is simple, but it will give a lot of information to understand the subject. The entire crux of the course is here. This one example. At least I understood like that. Is it okay, Amir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good, nice. So try to understand when it is go to now what is the now what is the domain and what is the codomain now. My domain in this case is that f2 power 2, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, and 0, 1. Now again I mapped. One time I mapped to, one time I mapped, then, so what is generator matrix? Can somebody help me? First of all, what is the size of the matrix now?
2 cross 3.
2 cross 3. So that is one is G1, other is G2. For this one, G2. What is the matrix for this one? So now what is the basis for this f2 power 2? These two, right? 1, 0 and 0, 1. Right? Or any two non-zero vectors I can take, but I take these two standard basis. So if I know where 1, 0 mapped, then I know, right? So can you suggest me what is G1?
Sir, what was the question?
See, I need to find generator matrix, right?
Okay, okay. So 0, 1, 1 and
See, what is that? Your goal is to find the generator matrix. What is the meaning of that? The meaning is that you multiply 0, 0. So I'll get 0, 0, 0 here, correct? I'll multiply 0, 1, then I'll get one of these. Remaining 3 may 8, right? 1, 0, I'll get one of those, like that, right? I hope it is clear now.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So there are two vectors, right? So these two, from these two, I have to take two of them. Which two you take?
0, 1, 1 and 1, 0, 0.
Okay. So I'll take 1, 0, 0, right? And 0, 1, 1. Okay. Now if I multiply with 0, 0, what happens?
0, 0, 0.
So this into this, this into this, this into this, I'll get this one. That's fine. What happens if I multiply with 1, 0?
1, 0, 0.
See, again, you are trying to understand this. Up to this extent, what is that I have? This
Identity.
matrix is identity. Identity takes as it is, right? First part as it is, it will go. Don't worry, right? So 1, 0 goes to
But this
1,
is
0.
E1, so it will give us this first row.
So see, 1, 0 goes to 1, 0, no problem. Only last vector only we need to see. This is 1, 0, 0. So it is gives the first row also. One more thing is that when you multiply 1, 0 to any matrix, it will give the first row. If you multiply this side, first column. That also we know, right? Yeah. So 0, 1, second column. 1, 1. So I have to add this. So all of them are getting. So this is a generator matrix. Are you followed? But generator matrix is not unique because somebody suggested that, Mehak, I think, suggested that take 0, 1, 1 and 1, 0, 0. It also works or not works?
Yes, sir.
But why I choose like this? Because it is nice form. This is called systematic form. Later you will see that. So both will give the same codes, but this is better. Okay, here first two bits are in information code. Whatever I'm sending, I'm getting that. Last one is a redundancy. But this one, if I send, there is a problem. They will reverse. Yeah, they will reverse. I send 1, 0, but I'll get 0, 1. Yeah, but I'll get some code word. But yeah, so that is the difference. Nothing. Yeah. So now can you predict for this one? So one of you can tell. What is the matrix in this case? In this case also 2 by 3. But which one is better? So
1,
1,
this is,
0, 1 and 0, 1, 1.
yeah, no, sorry, not Amia. Yeah, somebody is telling. Yeah, please go ahead.
1, 0, 1 and 0, 1, 1.
0, 1, 1. Very good, nice. You see that this we already got sometime earlier. Achila told in the first day. You may forget, I will not forget, okay? Achila, you remember? You forget. Parity check, right?
Yes, sir.
adding the, so what is that actually you are doing? You see that 0, 0 map to 0, 0. So this is actually what is this is doing? It is identity. Last one is adding them. We're adding them. So you remember that what happens to that code? You remember that on that day you told something. Now what happens to the code now? All the code words have some nice texture. You told already. Can you predict it? Can you tell again? You forgot. Bad luck. Yeah, somebody tell me that what are the weights of these vectors now? Weights.
Which vectors?
Code words only. Code words. Now I'm mapping, right? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. इनका तो पता है पहले से भी वो I know the domain. Now I'm mapping them to codomain, right? With an objective, right? Now what are the weights there? What are the weights of these vectors? Okay, what is the
Zero.
vector of 0, 0, 0, 0?
0,
What is the weight of 0, 1, 1?
2,
2. What is the weight of 1, 1, 0?
2,
1, 0, 1? 2.
2.
What is that we understand at that time? You told this part also. Now you are not connecting. Parity check pay, I told you. We discussed. In the previous class also, we started with that. All are going to be
Yeah,
even length.
yeah.
Yeah, so please revise, okay? Please revise. So they are all even length. That's why you can detect one error. You can easily detect one error easily, because one error happened, it become hard. We discussed this, okay? So, okay, whatever. So I'll stop here, but what is that I want to convey to you is that, so choosing the nice basis, nice subspace inside, both are subspaces of f2 power 3, but second one is advantage, okay? Okay, so there is a small problem here also, please check it. So I asked parameters and all that. So I given a matrix and I asked you that all the parameters n, k, d and all here. I gave the generator matrix. Okay, question is clear? Yeah. And I asked you parameters for repetition binary code and its dual code also. Please do these questions also, right? Yeah, I'll stop here.